Depression is not just sadness, and it's not just low serotonin either. It's actually a full body chemical environment that changes how you think, feel, move, decide, and even how you experience time. And the reason why it feels so hard to explain is because it's not just one thing going wrong. It's multiple systems going out of sync at the same time. Most people are taught depression like this. You're low on serotonin. It's clean, simple, easy to understand. It's also incomplete, because if depression were just one chemical being low, it would feel consistent, predictable, and linear. But that's not how depression feels. Some days you're numb, some days you're overwhelmed, some days you feel nothing, some days everything feels heavy. That's not one signal failing. That's an entire system losing coordination. Let's start with something people rarely explain correctly. Why does depression feel like nothing matters? That's not just emotional. That's your reward system losing sensitivity. When this system is underactive, things that should feel exciting, rewarding, worth doing, feel neutral or even draining. So now your brain is quietly asking, what's the point? And it's not being dramatic. It's responding to a lack of internal reinforcement. Now let's talk about that fog, that slow thinking, the inability to focus, the I can't get my brain to move feeling. That's not laziness. That's your brain operating under low energy signaling conditions. When this happens, thoughts feel heavier to produce, decisions feel harder to make. Even the simple tasks require too much effort. So instead of flowing through your day, you feel like you're pushing through it. And here's the thing, a lot of people don't connect enough. Depression often sits on top of a chronic stress background. Not always loud stress, sometimes quiet, constant pressure. But when your body stays in that state for too long, your system stops responding efficiently. Your internal rhythm gets thrown off. Your energy allocation changes. And so now you might feel tired, groggy, exhausted, unable to rest, drained without clear reason. You start to feel like your system never fully powers down. Now let's talk about the part that confuses people the most. I don't feel sad. I feel nothing. That happens when your system shifts into a kind of protective dampening mode. Instead of feeling everything intensely, it lowers the volume on all of your emotions. So it's not just less sadness. It's less joy, less excitement, less emotional connection, which creates this eerie experience of I'm here, but I'm not really here. Another piece people overlook, your internal systems aren't just high and low. They can be out of balance with each other. So you can have low motivation and high mental noise, or low mood but high irritability. And that mismatch often creates confusion because you don't feel one clear thing. You feel contradictions. So let's put this all together. Depression is not one missing chemical, one broken system, or one simple cause. It's more like your reward system is quieter. Your mental energy is lower. Your emotional range is altered. Your internal balance is off. All of that creates a lived experience of everything feels harder than it should. So what do you even do with this information? First, you remove the shame, because this isn't a character flaw. It's a state your system is in. Second is to stop expecting yourself to function like you would outside of that state. And third, start working with your system instead of against it. Small actions, consistent inputs, gradual recalibration, not force. Depression doesn't mean you're broken. It means your internal environment is shifted. And once you understand that, you can begin to shift it back. Now, I want to leave this video with a disclaimer. I am not a medical physician or medical authority of any kind. This is not medical advice. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to the channel. I'm Christina, and I will see you all in the future.